Welcome to Santa Barbara Hypnotized, co-creating mind, body, spirit in paradise. I'm Tara Lilly, your host and hypnotherapist. Welcome. I'm so excited for today's show because today, this may be just about the most fun you've had talking about sleep. Now, there are many sleeping disorders. Do you know the most common? So if you said insomnia, you're right. As a matter of fact, 30% of the US have had it, and 10% of the US population are chronic. How does that affect our wallets? Well, Americans spent an estimated, ready for this, $41 billion on sleep aids and remedies in 2015. And that's actually expected to grow by $52 billion by 2020. Now, here's a little tip. Relaxation is free. So are you looking for self-improvement? I always am. Did you know that it's actually wired into our brains to always be self-improving? And did you know self-improvement starts with good sleep? Good sleep is achieved primarily through relaxation. Relaxation is achieved through hypnosis. So together, we will be co-creating through hypnosis your sleep success. I'll do my part here, and your part is just to be interactive and do the suggestions that we'll be going over. Ready? So at this point, you can, depending on how bad you want it, get a pen and paper or something digital to take notes. Now, let me ask you, do you get enough beauty sleep? So through 1 to 10, are you satisfied with the amount of beauty sleep you get? 1 being great, 10 being eh. All right, the next is how well do you fall asleep? 1, great. You fall asleep like a baby. 10, absolutely horrible, horrible, horrible. So now on a scale from 1 to 10, how much do you desire to get a good night's rest? Okay? How much do you want it? Now, it's your choice to make or take a few of these suggestions or implement all of the suggestions we're about to cover. First, I want to say a little quote, though. It's one of my favorites. Early to bed, early to rise makes a man or a woman healthy, wealthy, and wise. And that was Mr. Benjamin Franklin. Now, another one I like is that sleep is the golden chain that binds health and our bodies together. Now, I like a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. So if you're doing everything right but not paying attention or just unable to get that proper sleep, you have a weak link. And that's why it is so important to pay attention to your sleep routine. So why do we need a deep, sound, restful sleep? Well, let's just start off with safety issues. You know that there can be safety issues tied to not getting enough sleep. It's also emotionally restorative. That's a huge one. We have more accurate judgments, less aggressiveness. Now, our brain also needs really good sleep. It needs it to retain information and concentration. Also for memory, sleep is a big part of helping our brains restore memory. Now, our bodies, we need sleep to repair that tissue and the growth of muscle. Now, we also need sleep to synthesize our hormones, and one very important hormone affects your weight. So our bodies produce less hormone, leptin and ghrelin, and these are the hormones that tell your body to stop eating. So sleep actually affects your weight. Now, also, one of the most important hormones is HGH, which keeps you feeling and looking youthful and beautiful. So sleep studies show that there is a higher mortality rate related to lack of sleep. And studies also show that sleeping less than 6 hours a night is linked to an increased risk of developing chronic conditions. Chronic conditions such as diabetes, obesity, heart disease, stroke, and cancer. Now I want to talk about circadian rhythm. I want to do a whole show on this. I love it, but the quick explanation of circadian rhythm is that your body and brain are using this quiet downtime to repair, restore, and rejuvenate organs. And they do this in the most efficient way. And they do this by dedicating times of the night to this process. This is why it is so important to get at least 7 hours of sleep and be on a schedule. Researchers say that just a disruption of your natural circadian rhythm for just 1 week can negatively impact the expression of 711 genes in the body. And this can weaken the immune system and worsen pre-existing medical conditions. So, what are some of the obstacles in getting sufficient sleep? Well, anxiety, depression, stress, all of which hypnosis is a great solution. How about caffeine? And coffee is the obvious one, but there's also tea and soda and other things that you can get caffeine in. Sleep routines, you need those sleep routines to get proper amounts of sleep. We've already discussed that. Now, are you still sleeping with a red clock in your room? No. Red clocks actually keep you more awake. Jet lag, obviously. Alcohol, obviously. Cigarettes is another one. Sugary, high-carb foods and snacks. So if your blood sugar is dipping, it might be waking you up at night, actually. So having a little bit of protein before bed is a solution for that. How about not eating enough? Possibly eating too much? Engaging on social media, which triggers depression, stress, and anxiety? How about just thinking about insomnia? And then there's also, of course, trauma, any medications you might be on, and medical conditions or pain in the body. That's a big one. Distractions. There's distractions sometimes in people's rooms that they haven't figured out how to keep out of their rooms. And TV right before bed. How many times have you binge watched TV series? Oh. And if you can think of any more reasons why people don't get enough sleep, I would encourage you to join and post on Facebook and let us know. So let's address 2 stages. The first stage is the stage of the thinking stage, feeling stuck in thought. Have you felt like that before? Also excitement or fear for the next day. Excitement, are you going to Disneyland the next day? So also fear of what has been done or what you may do, rehashing over and over again what you should have or could have said differently. What our goal is together is to just bypass that thinking stage. And that way when you get into bed, you're ready to just relax, feeling that light hypnotic feeling, that natural state, that state in between sleep and awake. So another stage in sleep is your early morning dreams, and it's the venting stage. And this is where our dreams can be crazy while we vent out our thoughts that no longer serve us. And we're actually releasing tension or stress or fear or emotions or conflict that is getting in your way of accomplishing your goals. And dream therapy can be a great tool for analyzing what your subconscious is expressing. And what your subconscious is expressing, we will talk about shortly. So what's the solution for a deep, sound, restful sleep? Have you heard of sleep hygiene? So sleep hygiene is your environment for sleep. And together, we will co-create and design your sleep environment for success. First, I want you just to start by taking a deep, relaxing breath and visualize or imagine your room where you sleep, your sleep environment. So just with your eyes closed, look around your room. What do you see? Is it your office, Are there snacks or snack wrappers laying around? Do you have curtains? Are you on a busy street? So you have to actively change what's not working. Now, some of these might be obvious, but for your sleep, for optimum sleep hygiene, you will need quiet, dark, cool, comfortable mattress and pillow, clean sheets. Now, is there noise around your room? That's what earplugs are great for. Also music, some soothing bedtime music, or a fan for white noise. Now, the bed should be used for the 3 S's: sleep, snoring, and snuggling. And also a good thing to do is really set your tone with the music and candles and scents. Also, please utilize your phone's do not disturb. No one is expecting you to work 24 hours a day. There's no need to be getting any kind of alerts in your sleep time. That's your time, so really utilize that do not disturb feature on your phone, if you have your phone by your bed. All right, the 3 R's: reminder, routine, reward. And this is the key for good sleep habits, for a good, deep sound, restful sleep. Your reminders: stick to a schedule. Set your alarm each day of the week, as well as an alarm for your bedtime rituals, which are great, and we're going to talk about that shortly. Make sure it's a gentle alarm, okay? And when making your sleep schedules, actually write out your weekly sleep chart for a few weeks and just keep doing this until it becomes routine. That's what we want, is routines and reminders for those routines. So remember how bad you want this sleep. It's worth it. So your sleep routine should become habits and program those circadian rhythms. How many hours of sleep will you get? What hour do you want to get up or have to get up? What time do you want to go to sleep? So for teens, it's recommended 8 to 10 hours. Adults 18 to 64 is 7 to 9 hours. And seniors, 7 to 8 hours. So let's talk about some relaxing pre-bed routines. And first of all, I want you to know this is the art of self-care for your sleep success. And in doing these, you're going to bypass that thinking stage, okay? So here's some things you can do: is make a list of things to do for tomorrow. Don't let it just keep running wild in your head. Just write it down. Journaling. Journaling goes straight into the subconscious mind and gets it out of there, gets it kind of worked out. That way you can work it out, the rest of the stuff, in your sleep. And meditation or prayer, and a guided meditation for sleep, which you can always come back here and watch this video as many times as you'd like. There's also breathing techniques such as abdominal breathing, and that really relaxes you. And I have a video on that too as well. Now, practicing mindfulness is a really great way to just start relaxing and just go through your 5 senses and just think about what you are experiencing in that moment with each sense. And a progressive relaxation, which is great. Part of that is tense and release. And so what you do is it just physiologically just really makes sense. And if you like it, then I encourage you to really do this and try it. So it's a tense and hold. Okay, so you can do that just starting with your toes. Clench your toes and relax. And just work your way up, and it feels really good. And it is truly very relaxing. Counting by numbers. This actually works really well for me. Also light yoga or stretching, that works really well. How about a coloring book? How about reading? There's also sleep acupressure, which you can look up those points. One of my favorites is a cup of bedtime tea. It's one of my favorite rituals. And also taking a little bit of magnesium and potassium will actually help your body to relax. The magnesium will help your body to relax. Now, melatonin's really big, and occasional melatonin, but I don't recommend it at all for any kind of regular use. Now, just really train your body naturally. Another great thing you can do is a shower or an Epsom bath, all that magnesium in there, and just put a little bit of scented oil. Basically, anything you can do to slow down your brain waves. Now, you want to make a sleep ritual. It's a pre-sleep, so work backwards, okay? And maybe you'll have to cut something out, a TV show maybe, but make time for pre-bed rituals. And this is a really important part of it. And link your new routines to habits that you already have, and really use that gentle alarm. Now let's talk about reward. It's the last of the 3 R's. And just by simply saying, I did it, I am so good at following my routine for a deep, sound, restful sleep. I have mastered the art of self-care for my sleep success. And I awake feeling refreshed, rejuvenated, and energized. I feel youthful and vibrant, and I keep track with my weekly checklist. Now, this is a little note that I have at my bedside that I reward myself with. Now, also your morning alarm should be very welcoming you back from a good night's rest. So, set your alarm on your phone. You can set it with affirmations that you type in yourself. Really nice music. Just bring in peace and vitality. I like waking up. I did it. Just all of these things to reward you with. Now, if you don't have a smartphone, you can recreate this with a written piece of paper, just right next to your alarm. Keep those bedtime routines backed up by your sleep charts. Now, some things you can do to reward yourself also, if you want to go a little further, is buy an oil diffuser, maybe a new pillowcase, a new set of pajamas, right? Lots of fun. Now, if you've previously watched one of my shows, or you've been hypnotized before, you know what hypnosis is. And for those of you that have not, I want to let you know some of the things to expect. You'll be present at all times, hearing everything that I say, hearing even things around the room. And you'll know that you can get up anytime you want and walk around, but you won't want to. You'll just be too relaxed. Now, obviously, I have no magical powers, and you won't be made to do or say anything that you do not want to do. And there's no way to get stuck in hypnosis. And that's because that our brains are actually wired for hypnosis. They're wired for this hypnotic state. So can you recall that feeling right before you fall asleep? That in-between states? Not fully awake, not fully asleep, just wondering if you're asleep or awake. That moment is a natural state of hypnosis. So our bodies go into it twice a day naturally, right before you go to sleep, right before you wake up. So hypnosis just makes you hyper-suggestible. It's a deep state of relaxation. And I'll actually use the words deep sleep, but you won't be falling asleep or be unconscious. It's just a reminder just to let go into a sleep-like feeling. In your deep relaxation, you may feel light, tingling sensations, or you might feel heavy, relaxed feelings of comfort. You may feel as if you've just slept 8 hours, yet maybe some of you will have no sensations at all, just simply a feeling of wonderful calmness with your eyes closed. You may find yourself with distracting thoughts, and this is normal. It's just your mind sorting and integrating with your subconscious. Have you ever got lost in a book? Even though you know that you're simply just reading a two-dimensional black and white paper, but you get entranced by the words. You feel what the characters feel, as if you're right there. You're right there in the moment. Your emotions are all evoked. Yes, these are all good examples of everyday hypnosis, and all are normal. So, with that being said, everyone is hypnotizable. some just more than others. And you may feel really good and relaxed, perhaps on the verge of sleep, or you may be saying to yourself, I'm not feeling it. But the more you think that you are not in hypnosis, the more you actually are going deeper. You could fall from one extreme to the other, and most will fall somewhere in between. There are a few things that can affect hypnosis, such as wearing contact lenses, which can just irritate the eyes and keep you from relaxing fully. Any alcohol or drugs, including medications, can affect your level of hypnosis. Well, there's been a lot of good information here, so let's take a short break, and when we come back, get ready to be hypnotized. Welcome back to Santa Barbara Hypnotized. So we've been talking about how our subconscious drives us, and now we will be actually talking to our subconscious through hypnosis to make this shift for your sleep success. And one of our goals is to start this sleep relaxation process right as you lay down. This way, you can bypass that thinking stage that we talked about. Now, unfortunately, at the end of this, I will be counting you back up, and you will be back to your awake state. One of our goals is to start this relaxation process right as you lay down. This way, you bypass that thinking stage that we talked about earlier. So together, we will be co-creating your sleep success. Now first, in preparation, please let me remind you to turn off your phone or put it on Do Not Disturb and get comfortable, really get into a place where you won't be disturbed. And this way, you can enjoy this fully. If you're wearing glasses, it is more comfortable to take them off, so I would recommend that. With feet flat on the floor, sit back, sit spine straight up, or if there's physical challenges that have you in bed, just prop yourself up a little bit, just enough to look this way. So head this way without moving, and just let your eyes look around your surroundings. Just look around and find a spot or an object to just stare at. And you'll notice a tendency for your eyes to be drawn to one particular spot. Or just pick a spot and stare at it. Don't move your eyes away from it. Find it. Got it? Just start breathing. And in a moment, you may notice that it's getting harder and harder to keep your eyes open. You may notice your eyelids are feeling heavier and heavier. And as they begin to want to close, you'll prepare yourself to enter the state of hypnosis for the purpose of deep relaxation. And the more you try to fight this feeling, the more you notice the peaceful, comfortable, flowing sense of calm that washes over you. Washing over you as you prepare to enter calm and relaxed. Your eyelids are feeling heavier and heavier, and you may feel the need to want to blink as it's harder and harder to keep them open. Soon your eyelids will close, and when they do, you will enter a very light hypnotic state. If your eyes are not already closed, Just close your eyes now and feel the weight of your eyelids. Feel the weight of those eyelids relax, bringing you more relaxation to your whole body. With a relaxing, deep inhale and exhale, deep sleep. And each time deep sleep is suggested to you for the purpose of hypnosis, relaxing quickly, calmly, and deeply to this depth or even deeper. And the physical body relaxed, and the mind is calm and open to only positive suggestions. Now breathe deeply. Good. Slowly letting go. Excellent. And your eyes were fluttering, and now that they're completely closed, it feels so relaxing, so gratifying to have those eyelashes resting upon one another. And maybe you were not aware of your eyelashes before I brought them to your attention, but you can feel them now. You can imagine how the eyelashes from the top eyelid intertwine with the bottom lid, and how the top lashes and eyelids feel so heavy now. So heavy that your eyes and the lids seem to be getting heavier and heavier. And maybe you feel your eyelids tightening, all those tiny muscles around your eyes squeezing. And now if your eyelids are tightening, you are finding they are stuck tightly closed, and you cannot open them. You may try to open them, but the more you try, the tighter they become. In fact, you cannot open them. Tighter and tighter and tighter they become, and the more you allow yourself to go deeper into the state of hypnosis. And why would you try to open your eyes now? It would just take too much energy, and your body only wants to relax now. Deep sleep. I'm going to count backwards from 33 to 0, and at 0, you will be in your most comfortable, relaxed, deep sleep. Now with me, I want you to count backwards, starting at 33. And each time you see the number in your mind, just let it disappear shortly thereafter. Maybe it falls away into your imagination. Maybe you can visualize the number breaking into tiny bits of white starlight, or possibly imagine the number as a cloud that slowly fades away. Maybe you will choose to do a combination or use your own imagination. So see the number 33, calming and comfort. 32, just breathe. 31, the feeling of letting go. 30, 29, 28, 27. The deeper you go, the more calm and relaxed you will become. 26, 25, 24, relaxing and releasing deeply. 22, now you decide and allow your body to go even deeper. 21, free at this moment. 20, let go. 19, 18, 17. You may notice a tendency or a feeling of just unwinding. 16, 15, 14. How deep will you allow yourself to go? 13, 12, 11. Contentment for the here and now, this present moment together. 10, untying the tensions held, untangling the knots. 9, feeling of untwisting. 8, 7, melting stressors and tension. 6, 5, comfortable. 4, floating and drifting. 3, 2, is it your body feeling light or heavy? I'll let you decide. 1, safe and secure. Now feeling this deep state of relaxation, you can double this feeling, going even deeper into relaxation and calmness, if you'd like, on 0. Sleep comes easily and effortlessly for many of us, and after a good night's sleep, we can awaken, feeling refreshed, alert, and ready to embrace each new day. For a while, though, your natural pattern of falling asleep has been interrupted, and maybe you found yourself just thinking about thoughts, going over things in your head and over. And that's okay, but maybe it's something else. You have done things your way, but now you're looking for a change, a better bedtime routine, a routine that gets you quickly and deeply into a relaxed state so that you can then drift off to a deep, sound, restful sleep, easily and effortlessly. If you are ready to make this tranquil change, then open your mind to the positive sleep suggestions that together we will co-create. Because sleep is the most important thing for a vibrant, healthy you. But you already know that sleep should be a priority. You already know that it starts with good sleep habits and your sleep sanctuary. It starts with just a few simple commitments to get on a routine and then to make that a habit. Waking up and going to bed at the same time each day optimizes the efficiency of your body's natural rhythms, your internal clock. And once your body adjusts to this schedule, it will be easier to just fall asleep and wake up around the same time every day. With these tranquil sleep habits and efficient sleep schedule, how many hours of sleep will you get? See that number in your head now. And now envision your gentle alarm going off at that time to let you know that it's time for you to get up. And rewind the night before to your bedtime rituals. Think back on what time your pre-bedtime rituals will start. Imagine or visualize that time now. Just see that time on your phone or clock. And just go over some of those things, some of those pre-bedtime rituals that you've planned. Where are you doing them? What are you doing? If you'd like to imagine a comfy chair for your bedtime rituals, because surely you wouldn't use your bed for pre-bedtime rituals, you can include writing out your to-do list for tomorrow, doing some gentle stretching, reading a book or a coloring book. Now imagine lighting a match. Watch as the flame is bright and it moves closer to the wick of your candle. And when the two meet, a dancing flame captivates your attention. Can you hear the melodic, peaceful music as you sip a warm cup of sleepy time tea, tasting the herbal blend, relaxing your tongue and jaw? Recall your sleep environment. Now, what does it look like? What would you change? If you could wave a magic wand and make it the perfect sleep sanctuary, what would be different? This can use as much of your imagination as you would like. It can even be outdoors, indoors, up in the heavens, or a faraway magical land. Get creative. Together, let's create an environment of cozy pillows and peaceful dreams. Everything here brings you peace and tranquility. Just look around. What's surrounding your bed? Are you wearing your favorite bedtime pajamas? Feel the temperature. A little cold, cool. And look at your comfortable, soft, clean bed. And get into bed, but start by sitting up, getting underneath the soft blankets and feeling the heaviness of your blankets on your legs. The body is so comfortable, you feel as if you can't move. And you don't want to move. It's so warm and restful. You might start to feel an anticipation as you know how soft and dreamy your pillow will be. Just feel the weight of your blanket on your legs now. And take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, lay comfortably and cozy into your bed. Just lay your head finally on the warm pillow and feel your body melt with relaxation and calm. Each time you lay down to go to sleep at night, you'll avoid the thinking stage. Your eyes will be too heavy and your mind will just be too relaxed. Just tuck yourself under the heavy covers, so happy and appreciative to be relaxed in your snuggly bed, head comfortably on your pillow, laying down comfy and snuggled. And hopefully you're still with me and you haven't already fallen asleep. Or maybe you're somewhere in between wake and sleep. Just say to yourself, repeat these words: I will be able to fall asleep with a good bedtime routine using the strategies I've implemented. Now say in your mind, deep, sound, restful sleep. And this becomes your sleep mantra. Deep, sound, restful sleep. And you can say a few words with each exhale as you lay your head on your pillow, feeling comfy and cozy. With the rhythm of your breath, you hear in your mind with each inhale and exhale, and you begin to gently fall into a deep, sound, restful sleep, sleeping continuously throughout the night. Now you're building a new habit of sleeping deeply and soundly throughout the night. A deep, sound, restful sleep over and over. You find you are building new habits easily to achieve your sleep success. When you lay down to go to sleep at night, you'll avoid the thinking stage. And why would you? You have your pre-bedtime routine now. You will visualize or imagine in detail the experience of your predetermined pre-bedtime rituals, being relaxed in that state of hypnosis, which will then draw you in to a deep, sound, restful sleep. A deep sleep in your sleep environment for your sleep success. Now, I want you to visualize or imagine that you're getting into bed and the clock says the time that you have planned to get into bed. Visualize and imagine that time now. You're so very relaxed, and you begin to drift off into a deep, sound, restful sleep. And you sleep deeply and soundly through the night. And in your early morning dreams, your venting dreams, you will gently vent out and release any tension or stress, fear, emotion, or conflict that is getting in your way of accomplishing your goals. Venting it out, releasing it, and gently letting go, for it's no longer needed or wanted. Instead, you breathe in peace and breathe out calm. And things begin to simply fall into place. And the next thing you become aware of is your gentle alarm waking you, and you feel refreshed, awake, rejuvenated, and ready to start the day. Looking at the clock, it says the exact time that you plan to awaken. Just see that time now. And when you awaken, you say, I did it. I am so good at following my routine for a deep, sound, restful sleep. I have mastered the art of self-care for my sleep success. And awake, feeling refreshed, rejuvenated, energized, youthful, vibrant. And I keep track with my weekly checklist. And before you can get out of bed, you can count yourself up from 0 to 5. And I will do this now. 0, feeling this deep relaxation. 0 always represents this deep state of comfortable, safe, and secure. And you can even go even deeper right now on 0, deep sleep. And you can come back to this state anytime you'd like. But coming up now, 1, 2, feeling a little sense of movement. 3, beginning to feel your toes and fingers. Just have a sense of them. Coming back to the room now, 4. And take a deep breath in. 5. Eyes open, wide awake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eyes open, wide awake. And remember that relaxation is not a replacement for sleep, but relaxation can rejuvenate your mind and body. It's these small wins to really reinforce the kind of person that you want to be with your new sleep habits that you want to have. You can check Facebook for reviews and for your sleep success, and let us know how it's working for you. I'm Tara Lilly, and this has been Santa Barbara Hypnotized. See you next week, and sweet dreams. Thanks for watching.